Welcome back to the channel. Today we have two more League One games for you, but a little bit more difficult, and they are going to be tough because they're both against good sides and away from home. Hello and welcome to episode 88 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way up to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games, as I mentioned, League One games, match day 13 and match day 14. We were away in both. First of all, to St Andrews for Birmingham City, and then to Pride Park for the game against Derby County. And as we know, we've already played them in the Carabao Cup. We drew 1-1 and only managed to get past them on penalties. So it's going to be a bit of a tough match, that one. We haven't done anything since you were last with us, as I think I've explained in previous episodes. I am on holiday, and I needed to get these recorded before I went on holiday, so we had content going out while I'm away. So apologies for back-to-back matches in sequence, but we will whistle through as we go down through the second half of the season, depending on what happens, of course, in the Cup and things like that. And talking about the Cup, we have FA Cup first round coming up in the next episode, so look out for that one. Right, if you do enjoy today's episode, please leave me that big thumbs up. If you enjoyed the series even, leave me that big thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the series and what you'd like to see me do in FM25. And you can follow everything that's going on this channel by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. Right, let's get into it then. We, as I say, haven't played anything since you were last with us. We continued our sort of decent run in the league. It's a bit iffy in other competitions, but in the league we're okay. And I think we extended our unbeaten run in the league to 11 matches. And of those 11 matches, 10 matches, of those 9 wins and 1 draw. That draw against Sheffield Wednesday, of course, in a couple of episodes back now. But today's big games, Birmingham in the first game at St Andrews. Not played them in this series so far, so a bit of an unknown quantity. And the only game against Derby County was that 1-1 draw at the Bob Lucas. Not at Pride Park, but at Bob Lucas. And we managed to squeeze past them, as I said, on penalties. So it's all to do today. Nothing happening on the transfer front. As we said in the last episode, Cam Cooper has refused to go to Forest Green, so we're touting to try and get him moved on once again. And also we have our new boy in, of course, which hopefully he'll get some game time today. We will see. I don't think there's a lot else to bring up today. I think we'll just recap on the table and see where we're at. Three teams have played 13 games. We've played 12 games. We are on top, just on goal difference behind Oxford United, and they have lost one of their last 5. We've only drawn it, so that's how we've caught them up. Both on 31 points, just as I say, 1 goal in it at the top of the table. Then there's a 5-point gap down to Salford and Notts County, who are in 3rd and 4th respectively. Salford having played a game more though. Birmingham, as first opponents today, are in 5th place on 23 points. They've been going very well. Only lost 1 game this season, and that was to Notts County, a 2-0 loss. They've drawn 5, Sheffield Wednesday, Peterborough, Mansfield, Salford and Shrewsbury. So they're not going to be a complete pushover. And then they're on 23. Charlton and Walsall on 22. Our other opponents today are down in 13th currently. They've won 2, lost 3 of their last 5, so they're a bit iffy at the moment. The only thing is, on the sequence of events, they should win their next game, hopefully, then go and lose the one after that, if that's how the sequence is going. So they've won 5, lost 7, so they're definitely, the balance is the right way. But of course, we need to get a result ideally against both these to keep up the pressure on Oxford United, as I think we did see. Oxford are away to Mansfield today, so they won't be too worried about that. We probably have, out of the two games, have the tougher game. Right, let's not talk about it anymore. Let's get in and have a look at it. Let's go and have a look at the team then that will face Birmingham in this League One match day 13 at St Andrews. They have no team news. We are without Jack Garante, who's picked up. I did tell you about the injuries, did I? In training, Casey Petit and Jack Garante both picking up a tight calf and a tight groin. They're only out for a day. Wakachu's not far away now. He's done his time on the injury list. He should be available for the second game, albeit we won't necessarily drop him straight back in the side. Jefferson hasn't done a bad job since he's been given the opportunity, albeit it hasn't been freely scoring, which I would have liked to have seen him do. He has got a couple away, one from the penalty spot and one in the last game. So it'd be good if we could see him do. Let's go and have a look at the team then. And here is the side that faces Birmingham in this match day 13 in League One. Virginia in goal, Armitage, Olsen and G. Candlish and Johnson are the wide players, with Byron and Lependa continuing between them. Patterson and Darcy, let's hope they have good days again today. The wide players are behind Jefferson up front, with the sign of Wakachu coming back very, very soon. At least that's what we're hoping. He's just a couple of days away now. The bench looks like this: Hollingshead, Ransom, Holman, Agumang, O'Grady, Mackin, Ninzingo and Fletcher. And here we are at St Andrews. Rydstrom is the manager at Birmingham. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today. And we're playing our by now familiar formation. Birmingham 5th on 23 points. We are 2nd on 31. Both sides only lost one match so far this season. Kuro with a free kick early on. It's headed sort of clear. Right with the ball, but he's pulled it back. Murray's in there. Darcy. Oh! Given away. Patterson heads that down, but he's not found Jefferson. And it's still alive, which is a bit of a worry. We sort of defended that, but not well. And we're letting him run at it. Oh, and a ball crossed in. It's gone wide. Managed to survive that somehow or other. This ball here, Darcy cuts it out, but only gets it to right. And the flick on by Davidson is wide. 12 minutes in, 12 and a half minutes. And it's Birmingham on the attack again. Candlish getting caught out that time. Tries to get the ball off him. Byron tries to win it. And, it's gone in. It was heads up. And it's Charlie Olsen own goal. It's gone down as got a deflection. Obviously, we'll see it from behind. Byron and Candlish trying to get rid of it. Didn't get rid of it. Spring it. Pulls it back, and James hits it first time. It's way off target. Hits Olsen on the head and diverts itself into the back of the net. The free kick. We must stop giving away free kicks, and a penalty to boot. And we're going to go 2 behind here. And we could be facing our second loss. No, it's a save by Virginia. Maybe that's the turning point. Armitage. Virginia makes a hero of himself. Went the right way. We have a free kick. Darcy goes direct. He scored. 7th goal of the season for Darcy. And on 27 minutes, we are level. I wasn't sure whether he was going to go direct, and it looked like it was going over. But he was a long way out, I guess. And it came down, and Semper in the Birmingham goal was well beaten. Free kick 37 on the clock. Buchan, James, Balik need to make sure we don't give anything away here. Laird, it's crossed. G heads it down. Darcy, Lapenda comes away with the ball, but he's not got the legs and gives it up. And that's something else we need to stop doing as well. Darcy's down. Is that Darcy down there? I think it is Darcy. He's down. That's not good. He's holding his leg. Lapenda gets in. Tries to hold it up. And if Darcy is out, that's going to be a problem. Over the top. They have a corner. Kuro, who's been a thorn in our side, and they've scored. Andy Murray, not the tennis star, I don't think, gets his first goal of the season, and they take a 2-1 lead in injury time at the end of the first half. Wanted to go in 1-1. And half-time has arrived, and they've been the better side in the first half, I have to say. 65% of the possession. They've had 7 shots, 3 on target, 1.64 on the XG. We've had 5 shots, just 1 on target, 0.19, and 35% of the possession. Picked up 3 yellow cards as well. Well, what can I say? We need to be better in the second half, I think, is the best description. 49 on the clock. They have a corner. Kuro swung in. It's not cleared. Oh, get rid of it, get rid of it. And Virginia saves that one. Patterson is going to come away with it. What's he going to do? He's run out of ideas. Laird comes forward again. And it's all Birmingham. Kuro, he's a big thorn. Can't do anything with him either. Baptiste, Murray. Maybe we need to change formation and really attack them. It's through. Davidson, he scored. And it's 3-1 on 52. They are just carving us to bits. Always a tough game on paper, but it's proving to be in reality as well. And with 53 minutes all by on the clock, we're making 4 changes, having gone 3-1 behind. And the changes are as follow. Olsen is off in defence. Armitage moving into the centre of the 3. Ransom coming on in place of Olsen. Ronan Darcy is off. Glory Nzingo comes on to replace him. We have also replaced Jordan Barron with O'Grady Macken, who moves into the attacking playmaker role up front behind Jebison. Johnson comes off of the right complete wing back, moves out to the left side of attacking midfield. And we've replaced Travis Patterson with Jack Holman. Temper with a goal kick. 77 on the clock. Murray punts that one forward. Ransom heads it out to Candlish. Candlish, what's he going to do with this? Crosses it in. It's in the back of the net. And Harley O'Grady Macken gets his first goal for us. And it's 3-2. Can we get back level? This is a question. 78 minutes, I think, that goal. Ransom heading it out to Canlish. Might have been 79 by the time it's gone in the back of the net. Well, no, it's 78. And with 79 minutes on the clock, making one more change, Luca Fletcher is on for Daniel Jebison. 84 on the clock now. Buchanan with a throw-in. Thrown it into Broaders. Back to Buchanan. James. Spring it. Blocked by Canlish. But it's back in. Canlish again, and a penalty's been given. I can't see that that was a bad one. Pushed him. Put his arm on him. And the referee gives a penalty. Can Virginia make a save again? Different penalty taker this time. Phillip going to take it? No. And we go a 4th goal down. And Philip Billing, his second goal of the season. They have a corner now. Second minute of 5 added on. That's come back off the woodwork. And they've recycled it. It's still dangerous. And we don't deserve to lose by another goal. It's all over. And they've had 20 shots. They've peppered us. 9 of which have been on target. 4.41. So they're on the XG. 63% of the possession. We had 9 shots, 4 on target. 1.11 and 37% of the possession. Our unbeaten run has come to an end. Well, this is how the day's results are gone. We've lost to Birmingham. Birmingham have actually gone 10 games unbeaten at home. So I suppose it is stacked up, but it's just annoying that we are conceding goals the way that we're conceding them. And yeah, that was always a tough match on the cards. The only saving grace is Oxford United have lost as well, unseasonably. The second time that they've lost, a bit like us. So we do stay right behind them on goal difference on 31 points. Notts County move up into third on 29 points. So just 2 points behind us. Birmingham move up into fourth by virtue of that, but they are 5 points adrift of us. Salford, who have played a game more than anybody else, dropped down to fifth, also on 26. Charlton are sixth on 23. Sheffield Wednesday and Reading and Walsall all on 22, separated by goal difference. Stockport 10th on 21 points. They have all played 14 games, so we do have games in hand at the top there. Wickham, Burton Albion, Chesterfield and Ipswich in that bottom. Ipswich could get off the bottom if they will win, because Chesterfield have played a game more than them. Burton Albion also have a game in hand over Wickham and Rotherham and Leyton Orient. And if they were to win that game, they could go above all three of those and pull themselves out of that drop zone as it currently stands. Other key results now: Peterborough beating Ipswich 3-2 for Ipswich to stay on the bottom of the table. Our second opponents of the episode, Derby, beat Walsall 2-1 at home. Sibley and Latassa right on time. Need to go and see if we can get a result against them. Derby in 13th place as it currently stands on 18 points. We will go and see what we can do against them, but what we will do is just come back ahead of the game against Derby County with any news. Well, we're playing on Wednesday, and Tuesday games have been played, and Oxford have lost for the second game on the trot. Let's hope we're not following them. At the moment, we have overtaken them on goal difference and have a game in hand. If we were win that game in hand, we would have a 3-point gap on Oxford United, and we would extend that to 5 points over Notts County. In the third place at the very least. So we'll see. Birmingham playing out a 0-0 draw against Walsall, which seems a bit strange given that they were all over us. Maybe it was just the formation we played. I don't know. Maybe we need to look at that later in the season when we played them again. Ipswich beaten Exeter by a 1-0. Mansfield 1, Chesterfield 1, Sheffield Wednesday 1, Rotherham 0. Reading 3, Stockport 1. So we'll round up on the table once all the games have been played from the weekday games. Nothing else really to tell you. We do. Wakachoo is back from injury. I'll have a quick look at the medical centre. It is clear. Wakachoo is back. Campbell's back. So we have a full complement of players, albeit not 100% fit. As it stands. Right, just that one game we played against Derby. Of course, we keep on about it in the Carabao Cup. A 1-1 draw on that occasion at the Bob Lucas. Let's see if we can go get a result at Pride Park. Here is the side that faces Derby County in this League One match day 14. And, well, the team looks like this. Virginia is in goal. Olsen, Ransom and G make up the defensive line. Linton and Johnson are the wide complete wing-backs. Byron and O'Grady Mackin makes a first start in midfield between the two of them. Patterson on the left. Nzingo replaces Darcy on the right, who were just resting, really. Wakachoo is back from his injury and starts up front, leading the attack. And then Campbell, who's also coming back from injury, is on the bench as our reserve goalkeeper today. Armitage, Holman, Angerman, Lopenda, Darcy and Fletcher make up the rest of the bench. And here we are at Pride Park. They're playing a 4-3-3 today with a defensive midfielder. And, of course, when they came to visit us at the Bob Lucas, it was a 1-1 draw on that occasion. Let's see if we can get a result today. We are top on 31. Derby 13th with 18 points. Playing in our yellow and blue stripes today. Nine minutes on the clock. Linton with a throw-in. Throws it into Byron. Back to Olsen. Byron. And just giving that ball away. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. And on 10 minutes, we go behind Snedden. And wow. I just despair. I really do. These, of course, championship sides that have come down. And if this is anything to go by, we're going to have to find it very difficult if we were to go up. Are we going to have back-to-back losses? That is the question. Question whether he was offside. No, he was onside. We have a corner. 33 on the clock. Linton with the corner. Swung in. It's gone in. Glory Nzingo with his first goal of the season. And, well, I don't think we'll see from behind. I presume it was a header. Swung in. And it's coming in here. Was Nzingo. Bullet header from there. And it's bounced past the goalkeeper. It's 1-1. Alexander with a free kick. It's swung in. Oh, gone wide. Thought this was going in. Virginia didn't look convinced himself. And I think he could have got it past. If he'd got it on target, it would have gone in. And no more highlights in that first half. And we've managed to get to the end of the half on level terms with Derby. They've had 4 shots, 3 on target, 0.68 and 64% of the possession. They've been quite dominant. We've had 2 shots, both of them on target, 0.35 and 36% of the possession. Just need to make sure that when chances do come along, we put them away. They made one change at half-time, 50 minutes on the clock. Olsen forward to Patterson. Patterson into the area, and a penalty's been given. Sibley bringing down Wakachoo. And Wakachoo's stepping up for this. He's back. Can only play 60 minutes, there or thereabouts. So we will be looking to make a change. And he's put it away. And we take the lead on 52 minutes. Wakachoo does a little jig over that far side. Goalkeeper going the right way, but he's powered it into the back of the net. Johnson with a throw in. 52 on the clock. Johnson inside, and it's gone through. Fitzpatrick tackling Byron in that midfield. And we've got to be careful. It's gone through, but Byron cuts it out. He's far one long. Nobody there. Wakachoo not up to fitness, so he's not going to go running for it. King. Need to be winning this ball back if we can. And we've cut it out. Patterson. Olsen. Patterson. Linton. Come on. Inside to Patterson, who was made himself available. Crosses this in. It's fallen for Johnson, who's just over the top. And with 61 minutes on the clock, making a double change. We do have some tired legs out there today, so we will be making some more changes. But just for the moment, Wakachoo, about 60 minutes, they said. He's played 60 minutes. He's coming back from injury, and we don't want to over-push him. Luca Fletcher coming on to replace him, and then Carl Johnson, who is tiring very quickly on that right wing, has been replaced by Jack Holman. Holman with a throw in, 66 on the clock, and Nzingo. Holman chips this one in, looking for, who was he looking for? He was looking for Patterson, who couldn't get his head to it, was put off by the defender, but Linton is out there. Linton chips this one back in. It's headed, and Grimshaw just coming down, but Grimshaw was equal to it. It was Nzingo that headed that towards goal. Highlight is going to continue. Grimshaw. This one launched forward. Olsen heads it down to O'Grady Macken. Linton. Linton. Ah, he's giving it away. Just his touch isn't good. Grimshaw again. Punts this one forward. And we need to stop them in their tracks. They are dangerous. Oh, and they're around us. Yeah, and he's got in. It's an easy goal in the end. And Latassa, he's got them back level after 68. Just when we thought we'd perhaps got them. G on the yellow card decided to not make the tackle. Would have got sent off, I think, and Virginia should have got a hand to that. And with 68 minutes on the clock, making a series of changes, and then Nzingo is off, Darcy is on, Byron is off, or Lorpenda is on for him. Carl Johnson, we took off a short while ago. The other change that is it. It's just 2 changes. I thought we'd been making more than that. 2, of course, earlier. 2 now. We still have 1 change to make. They have a free kick. And danger ensues. We don't want to lose by a goal. I mean, we deserve a draw. Oh, it's blocked. And O'Grady Macken gets his foot to it in the end, and it is cleared, but they're going to get there. Manquillo on the ball. They're going to recycle again. We need to stop this attack if we can. 80 minutes on the clock. Alexander's got it through to Thompson, who has a shot from distance, but it's over the top. And with 82 minutes on the clock, making a final change, Billy G, who's tired out there. He's picked up a yellow card as well. We've replaced him with Will Armitage. Can we get a corner? That's the question. They have a corner. Alexander swung in. It's gone over the top, thankfully. Danger ensued here, and O'Grady Macken. And for the second game in a row against Derby, we've managed to secure a draw, a 2-2 draw this time, and we'll have to be happy with that. The only thing I do kick myself for, I hadn't picked up that they had brought on substitutions and hadn't set up the opposition things for them, and Latassa had come on and scored off the bench, which was rather annoying to say the least. But we have managed to get that draw, a 2-2 draw. Took the lead through Wakachoo from the penalty spot. I did think we might be able to hang on to it, but it was a little bit too early to go all the way. But a 2-2 draw, we will have to take 9 shots, 6 on target, 1.82 and 41% of the possession. They had 9 shots, 5 on target, 1.36 and 59% of the possession. Let's have a look and see how that affects the table. Well, as we know, Oxford had lost their second game in a row, which meant that if we got anything better than a loss, we would gain a little bit on them. It would have been nice to have got 3 points and had a 3-point gap on them. But as it is, we have a 1-point gap on them, and finished the episode on the top of the table, clear at the top. That is 3-point gap down to Salford in 3rd place. Notts County are in 4th. Salford having played a game more than us, of course, as well. So Notts County 3-point gap. Birmingham are in 5th. They must have lost. No, they just dropped down because of their result previously. Of course, they had a 0-0 draw against Walsall, didn't they? Charlton are in 6th on 26th. Sheffield Wednesday and Reading just outside the playoff places on 25 points, albeit Reading does have a game in hand over Sheffield Wednesday. And then 9th come Walsall. and that is how we go. And then in the drop zone, Ipswich, who picked up a result, I presume, today. Or did they pick up as a result yesterday? Though they won 1-0 yesterday. They have pulled themselves up, not quite out of that drop zone. Chesterfield, Burton, Rotherham, Ipswich in the drop zone. Leyton Orient, Wickham, Shrewsbury and Carlisle still in the mix down there. Derby, of course, with that point today, pulling themselves slowly and surely clear of that bottom drop zone, which is very good. But that's how we end the episode. Top of the table. Question is, can we stay there? Join me next time and we'll find out. First up, though, we have an FA Cup first round tie against Chesterfield, and then we'll be playing Stockport, who are currently 11th in the table, as we look to continue our reasonable form in League One and try and stay top of the table. Well, I hope you'll be able to join me for that episode. I do hope so. And if you have enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series Going Dutch as they are released. New episodes of Bottom to the Top will be released every Tuesday and Friday, 4:15 p.m. Best way of keeping up to date with everything that's happening on this channel is follow me on X at JustOffside2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 89. It's out on Friday. Till then, goodbye.